Okay. Yeah, good day, guys. I can see you. I can see you. Good day, Shola. Good day, Ken. I can see you. I want to share my screen. Welcome. I can see you. I can see your comments. Okay, guys, let me know if you can hear me. Just let me know if you can hear me. I think there's a music in the background. Let me know if you can hear me, and you can also hear the music in the background before we get started. Uh, yeah, I can see everybody's greeting. So yeah, good evening, Sion. Good evening, Ifine. Good evening, Charity, Juliet, Moses. Good evening. Just let me know if you can hear me, and also the sound, in the background sound. So I'll be stopping the music any moment from now before we get started. But I just want to get the feedback from you guys in the comment section. Fantastic. Okay. Uh, Let me go back. Okay. Okay, so we can't hear the background music. I actually just stopped the background music now. I'm thinking of okay, let me do this. I just want to play the background music again this time around. Just let me know if you can okay, if you'll be able to hear it once I play it. Okay, I'm playing it right now. If you can hear the background sound, let me know. I'm playing it right now. Just let me know if you can hear it. Okay. Some say can't hear it. Some say not audible. Okay, I get this. I just want to be sure of this. Okay, I'm just following up with you guys what you're saying. Someone says not edible, but my powerful voice. I can just increase the sound now. Just let me know if it's a bit better. Someone says it's very low. It's a bit edible now. I'm gonna stop it any moment from now. Once it's a bit better and maybe a bit louder and you can hear, just let me know. Fantastic. Someone said I can hear it now. I can hear it now. Okay. Yes, that's quality. That's your voice. It's the background. I think it's the background music from the laptop from the PC that's playing right now. But the sound of my voice is coming from the mic. The mic I'm making use of. So that's why it's like two different. So let me stop that. Let me stop that now. So basically, you guys could just see me. Okay, fantastic. I just stopped that. Now the major concern was basically I want to be sure that you guys are hearing the sound and could see it. So in case for future posts, whenever I come up live, probably we're trying to set up 10 or 15 minutes a bit earlier on. There could be background music playing while I'm here to like come up live. And that's the reason why I was just doing that test with us. So thank you for everybody who was commenting and replying, pertaining the sound as well. So we're actually streaming from YouTube to Twitter. At the same time, we're also streaming to Facebook at the same time. So probably if you're in any of those platforms, either from YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, make sure you're liking. You click on the like button or retweet or whatever button that is there. Just click on the like and also do a share. Share it to those who would love to be in this session. So basically, the theme of the session is the bull market back. Is the bull market back? And I want this to be very quick, direct, and all about seeing how we could make so much profits um, entering this season and this period we are in. So the first thing, if you've been following the live sessions and you've been in the community from like last year, you notice that we haven't missed most of our BTC predictions. Like 90% of the predictions we've given concerning BTC, we have not lost anyone. We've lost, let's say, 10% out of the 100%. So 90% has been very accurate, and we've been making money from each of those major moves in Bitcoin throughout 2022, even in 2021, throughout 2022, and even the year whereby most people are crying that the year is bad, the year is this, the year is that. A lot of people are losing money. Those who like key into every prediction I gave made so much money. Every single major movement I predicted. I think if you're just watching for the first time or joining, what you want to do, I want to advise you is to go through the previous videos that are available on the YouTube channel, and so you could like watch the previous predictions, how they played out, and you just definitely um, know what I'm saying. Because most of some of there was a period whereby we're holding a lot of consistent live sessions, and in those live sessions I come out like today, which I'm going to see do today, like come live and tell this is what is going to happen in the market, and tell you that this is what you do. So it all has to do with you receiving the knowledge and what you do with it to either profit or so, because not everybody will be profitable. Some are profiting, some are not profiting. So it differs from person to person, to category to category. It all has to do with what you choose to do with the information that is made available to you per time. Now, sometime last year, I think that video was also uploaded on the channel, and sometime last year, I started talking about how the market is going to go bullish. I mentioned there were three specific things I mentioned, both on the Telegram channel and also on the YouTube. And finally, Sha, we've also hit our our targets finally on okay, I'm coming. So we've finally actually hitting our targets for BTC. Like every major target I've given us or predicted since last year has been hit. And then one of the first thing I talked about, let me share my screen so we can actually see the chart while I am talking. And then we'll know what is the next thing to do. I always say anybody who is listening to me should not be confused with the noise that is in the markets, in the crypto markets. When it comes to the crypto market, I believe God has given this market into my hands, and Bitcoin is my playground. So, like I always say, in the house of wealth, we don't compete with anybody. We are basically completing the missing link. We are just completing it and being maximizing the most opportunity we can from it. So, if definitely you can see the charts, if you can see the charts, our first prediction for the movement, I stated here in the Telegram channel that Bitcoin had hit a 60-day circle low. And this 60-day circle low, it won't get lower than that. And then when it moved up, we had another entry, which I called for us again, that Bitcoin is going to come either to this 16-2 and bounce or this second level. But either way, we should place two entries for a buy. And Bitcoin came there and we had a massive buy. Let me remove the harmonic patterns so it won't be a bit too confusing. And I think just the arrows are fine. And let me clear this. Now, then we had a second entry around here, 17K, which I also called for us. Like, the funny thing is, most of these things were done live. So, this was the first, this is the second, this is the third entry. So, and I think here, this particular entry was not for us, it was basically for those in the VIP session. But we had like one, two, three. No, three here, sorry. One, two, three. And this was like how far it had gone. How far it had gone. And this was why I said Bitcoin going to get to as high as 24K. And check when I started talking about this around November. I started talking about this in November. And okay. I started talking about this in November. I told you guys that Bitcoin is going to hit what we call a 60-day low. A 60-day circle low. And I think that should be around 2022. 2022. I'll have to click where it is. So 11th. Okay, let me see if I could share my screen on that aspect. Okay, I'll be sharing the TG channel. So if we look at the Telegram channel, so sometime around November, I talked about that this box is showing a 60-day circle low. And this 60-day circle low is where I highlighted, which I predicted it from 1 month ago. From 1 month ago, I said Bitcoin is going to get to its low. Like it's going to bottom in November. And I said we have just 5 more days to start an accumulation that will lead to an unexpected pump in the market this November, December. So the accumulation was 5 more days to start the accumulation. So the accumulation was basically to start the November, December that will lead to an unexpected pump. I said here, I am now investing up to 50%. You will understand why if you join to this live session, which I did a live session, I think is on YouTube. I did live session on YouTube and you could watch it. I said 90% of the time, I never miss a prediction. My accuracy is divine, no doubt. That's facts. The next major further drops will be in 2023. After that, I am done buying. However, I still have a small bag of stablecoin to use for play throughout the bull market. I'll be sharing short cryptos for that can give massive returns in a short while into this live stream. Now, one thing you want to do is if you go to that live stream that was done on this day, November, I think this should be November 9th, so it'll be November 9th, 10th. One thing you get to see, there's 60 days. Let me search for this. Okay. Okay. So then on the 21st of November, I wrote here, personally, like I said on my Twitter, because I actually tweeted this on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, you'll miss out on a lot of informations I tweet and give that could literally help you so much money. People who follow me on Twitter today alone, some people made about 50%, some made about 70 to 80%, and all just free. But my Twitter is currently on private. So if you're not following me, you won't be able to see my tweets. But if you're following me and your post notifications are turned on, you will definitely see my tweets. Personally, like I said on my Twitter, it's time to make my swing entries. I still see an unexpected rally incoming. When it does, remember I said so. Fear and greed index is already at 21. The 60-day cycle is over. What is next? A ranging market. What is next? An unexpected pump. What is next? Deceive majority, make a lot of folks that listens to Shifu's predictions millionaires, then dump again. Bear market continues. Boring. So in other words, I was literally giving you the format of what we play into the new year, and even in the first quarter and the second quarter of the new year. This was accurate, spot on prediction of every single thing which we have seen playing out in the market so far. And our predictions went to as high as 20. And this was when nobody was talking about this. And like as one of the things I stated, I think that is also on the TikTok where I talked about that the fact that this is going to take a lot of people unexpected, on about a lot of people, a lot of influencers who are predicting this is going to go to 10K, it's going to get to 12K. Now the fact is their predictions are correct in the sense of technically price actions it is correct. Like I understand their view because I understand the methodologies these guys use. I understand their concept, understand like the concept, or should I say the checklist they use to be able to come to that conclusion. But like I say, my own accuracy is divine. There's always what we call the sentimental analysis part of analysis. So we have technical analysis, we have fundamental analysis, and then we have sentimental analysis. And this is built over time. This is built out of experience. This is built about hindsight of what you understand. This is like your a different kind of edge. So because of my own edge and out of sentimental analysis, I'm able to say that no, guys, this is what's going to happen in the markets, despite the fact that this is what the chart is showing. So my own chart is showing something different because I'm able to see something different. So from what was being stated, and we've had this move, and of course, a lot of people have made millions. A lot of people are making money. A lot of people are making profit, and that's why you're seeing a lot of the testimonies which we share, which we post on the socials and on the platforms. And these things are physically visible. These things are something that you can physically check and see from yourself. We are not I'm not I don't even know how to hype very well. I'm not like a hype machine or a very very good marketer, but basically you could literally see every single thing we've said, how it has happened. And when we came into this year, we had CME January. In January of CME, I talked about a fact that how the market is going to go very bullish, and I gave some coins, and every single coin I recommended during the CME session for January 2023 has given insane gains and a massive amount of money. When we're getting into February, when we started entering into February as well. Okay, let me still share my screen for Telegram. If you can see the Telegram, drop a comment. Okay, I think I turned off the Telegram. So let me go back there now. If you can see the Telegram, drop a comment. Drop a comment. If you can see the Telegram, drop a comment. Okay, drop a comment if you can see the Telegram. Fantastic, fantastic. So, okay, where were we? Oh, fantastic. So in January we had the first CME. The CME the accelerates on the first. I think that was the first or the 2nd of January. We had accelerates. So accelerates was basically what we took as the CME for uh for January. We had that for January, and I'm trying to pick it up. I'm not even looking at all this. I'm trying to pick it up, but I think that's for 2023. I think if I scroll up a bit, you should be able to have seen the accelerates for January, and we had that. Okay, this was 2022 in review. Okay, this is it. This is it. This was for January 1st, and every call and coin that was recommended here has led to insane amount of profits and gains. Every coin that was given here, and everything that is to play out in January has played out. And then from in the month of February, we had another CME session. Now, last year, all the CME sessions we had last year were free from the beginning of the year to the ending of the year. And CME session basically dedicated it. We started it because of the bear market. When I predicted that 2022 is going to get very bad, I started predicting that from 2021. That 2022 is going to get very, very bad, and people are going to lose a lot of money. I said 2022 is going to be a very boring year. And I said the best thing I could do for the community and for people is to create a platform and to create a a a kind of session whereby I'm going to help them to teach them strategies that could help them make money in the bear market. And I was doing that consistently every month in 2022. And nobody here has bought me a bottle of wine, despite the fact that a lot of people made money from those teachings, from those strategies, as well as from the calls I gave even in that year. Okay, where is the CME? Okay, so this was CMA 4. So in 2020, 29th of January, I started predicting what is going to happen in February. Predicting what is going to happen in February in CMA. So when we're getting, and I told you guys something last year. What did I say last year? I said something that's very important. I said, when you see me stop doing CME for the public, when you see me get to that point whereby I'm no longer sharing CME to the public and it is becoming private, know that the market has shifted. Know that the market has shifted. Once you see that happening, know that the market has shifted, and definitely that is what is happening. So when we enter the year, I told you guys that in 2023, CME will no longer be available to everybody. To only be those who are in the private group. So you either in the VIP, or you are in the institutional trading club, or you have access to the CME platform. And the CME platform, I think that's the cheapest. That's like $49 or so, or $50. So everybody should be there. I think we have like 12 slots left or 11 slots left. The moment those number of people, like we have like 11 more people pay in and get into CME in those slots, I will no longer accept people into CME again for the year, for this year, throughout the year. Now, but this is the thing here. This is what is important. This is what is important. I said when I take CME from being a public thing, which we do every month, to something that's going to be private, know that the market has shifted. Market has shifted. And in this year, this month CME, which we had on the 29th, I gave certain predictions of what is going to happen in the market. And one of the predictions I gave about what's going to happen in the market is for the third, is on the third, the second into the third, and then I gave another prediction what is going to happen in the second. There are 2 days, two major events that are going to take place in the markets, and we've had 2 of them already taking place. And I'll share the second one with us. And now, so basically, those who want to get in on the CMA, you can make sure you do. I think it's just $50 or so, and we just have 11 or 12 slots left. After that, there will not be opening of any more slots in the CMA. Like, nobody can pay again to join the CMA. Nobody will be able to access the CMA again. I don't either 11 or 12. I don't know the exact number. So I think just 50. That's the cheapest form, and it was designed last year just to help a lot of persons, and it has achieved its purpose. And now we're taking the purpose higher and better. Now, one of the things I said that from the 2nd of January to the 3rd of January, there will be a shift. And I did this publicly too, that there will be a shift in the market, in the sense of the market has turned bullish. If the metrics are looking at has clicked, then understand that the market has turned to a bull market. But I will explain the stages of a bull market. And I said that to us, just like I talked about in the bearish market, that a bearish market does not go straight. Like, you don't have a bearish market that everything just goes straight like that. No. A bearish market will give you a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high. The same thing with a bullish market. A bullish market will not go up and up and up and up forever. There will be a higher high, and then there will be a higher low, higher low. Now, and the stage of November, December entering this year is basically an accumulation period, which I stated it on the Telegram channel, also live, and that will lead to a bullish run, which we are having this bullish run now. But this bullish run is just for the Q1. It's just for the Q1 of 2023. And this means that there will still be a major retrace in the market, a major fall in the market. And this fall will only come when most people have believed that the market has totally turned bullish. And at that point, you now start looking at the fear and greed index. Remember when I talked about the market turning bullish, the fear and greed index was at 21, which I just shared you guys the screenshot when I talked about it. It was at 21. And now I think the fear and greed index, let me just quickly check for it now. Fear and greed index. Or how do they search that thing again? There are a lot of smart crypto people here. So you help me on the comment section if you know how to get. Let me just Google it. Fear and greed index. Okay. So let me share the screen. I want to know, can you guys hear me? Are you guys getting what I'm saying? Are you guys learning? Are you guys learning from what I'm saying? What I'm saying is eye-opening to you. Let me know if you guys can hear me. So this is the fear and greed index. So when we predicted that the market is going to move and turn bullish, it was at 21 or so, or 50, between 21 and 15 and 21 or so. And I said that it's going to change. And now, you see here, the last month, which was I think January 29, and now it's at the grid 60. So probably the fear and greed index might get to 80. So anything from 70 to 80, you should know that this is the time that the market is going to prepare for a switch and for a dip. A switch and for a dip. It's something you want to know. So basically, if you look at the chart of the fear and greed index, it will just help you to know. There's a saying. I think the saying was coined up by, is it Warren Buffett? They say when people are fearful, buy. When they get greedy, sell. So if we were to look at the 3-month chart of the fear and greed index, we're looking from here. This was around November. We bought around here. Like, this was when I first predicting that the market is going to turn up, and this is where we are currently. So my prediction is that we're going to get to as high as 70, 80, if not 90, around the range of 70, 80, 90 is when we're going to get to. We might not necessarily get to 90. We might actually stop at 80 or so. But the moment you see us getting to this high and into this level, you should know that the market is going to there's going to be a major retracement in the market. There's going to be a major fall in the market. And at that point, this is what you want to do. You don't want to run away. Now, what is going to happen in the general markets and let's say in the influencer space is that many influencers will come out, especially those who are bearish, and people have been saying that this is a trap, this is a trap, this is a trap. They keep on telling you that it's a trap because maybe they missed out on this move. And probably it's out of pride and after the fact that, like I always say, most of the proudest people on the internet that you've ever known are traders, and traders who are very good. And it is not their fault. It is basically because when you begin to know so much, even knowledge itself puffs you up. Knowledge fixes you like you are on top. You're the one controlling the market. It takes a lot of level of humility and understanding to try to push outside your emotions and try to stay humble despite how knowledgeable you are. The same thing I do to myself. So every time I always do an inventory of myself to check myself that do not think you know everything. No matter what you know, you are not the one controlling the market. Try to stay low, try to stay humble. That's why I always do that first for myself, and not everybody does that. So, but you just have to be careful. Now, when the market starts getting to that point, people will now start telling you, I say this, that the market was bearish. This has been a trap. And now people are going to lose money and blah. Now, what I'm saying is keep your head low. Keep your head low. Every prediction of the market, I've been saying it 90% of the time, and it has definitely been playing out time and time and time again. There'll definitely be a time whereby um, our channels and stuff are going to blow up out of proportion. It always happens. It always happens. And but now you have the opportunity whereby the channel is not as massive as 100k, 200, 300, 400k watching. You want to utilize the opportunity. Utilize the opportunity right now. So definitely, um, that time is going to come. They're going to start saying that this is what is happening in the market. I mean, the market has been bearish. Now, you should understand that. Remember what I said, that no bullish market moves up on a straight line. There will definitely be a major retracement. And the major retracement is what people don't expect. And now this retracement will differ from the usual retracement because the major tool and the major skill that moves very well, like in my study of a lot of methodologies, I've a lot of trading platforms and a lot of um, trading concepts. The most powerful when it comes to Bitcoin is the wake off. The week off methodology is the most powerful methodology. It's more powerful than ITC. Is it ICT? What do people call it? I don't know what they call it. Also, it's more powerful than that. It's way more powerful than that. And it's played there. It's very accurate. Very accurate. Most of the people that were predicting 10k, 8k, 9k were basically using ITT methods. And that doesn't mean the methods are not powerful. The methods are powerful, of course, and generates results. It generates results. So I'm not like talking down on it, but I'm just telling you guys that I've tested all these methods. I've seen all how these things work, and basically, you've seen my track record over the past months and years on when it comes to this and how it's getting better every day. And this is because of this understanding I have. This understanding I have. I'm sorry. I'm trying to clear up stuff from my stuff. Understanding I have. Now, there's something I do basically when I start from the fact that I always come and share this general sentiment to help us guide us to know what to do, how to benefit, what to trade, where to enter. I definitely do this more with those who are either in the VIP or the institutional trading club. So basically, let us look for a possibly entry that those who are watching live could possibly take some risk in. It might go profitable, it might also go bad. So you don't want to um so I think, where is the VIP again? So this is the VIP. So if you see here on the VIP, I think how do I do this? You see here, I've been updating the chart and every movement in the market, like every single movement has happened in the markets. We've been catching every single wave, every single wave. So we've been on. This was when again? So this was the buy. We took the buy on BTC. It went up. Between now and the next day, we took the sell. It went down. It got to this level. This was yesterday, and then it still went. It hit our first TP. That was and gave us about 72% profits between yesterday and today. Now, if we go to the most times I share these charts from the Institutional Trading Club because that's where the most of the analysis are actually done. So we've made every major move. This was when we took the short trade on the 2nd of February. Before the short, this was when we took the long on the 1st of February. I predicted that on the 2nd into the 3rd of February, the market is going to give a dump, a retracement. That's the first prediction. Then there's a second prediction I give, which I'll share it publicly for us. But before that, I then we took the shot as well inside the International Trading Club. And then this was what I shared this evening for us. So we are currently in a long position. So if you can see this, our long entry is around 23. Is that CMP? Just CMP. And our stop loss is around 23K. We are targeting the market going to as high as 25,000 to 25,700. and our stop loss is 23k. So we're currently like in a scalp long position. We're currently in a scalp long position at 20 at CMP right now, current market price. That's what CMP means. And we are targeting 25k to 25,700, and our stop loss is around 23k. That's where our stop loss is for the scalp long. That's the next immediate wave of for a scalp as well. So probably you could apply good risk management. If it turns out well, you could make some money on that. That's the current trade we are on right now. I don't know how I could share my Bybits. My Bybit is not logged in on this. It's not logged in on this account. But if I could check where again? If I could check here, I'm trying to find where Bybit is. Okay. So I'm in drawdowns of about how much now? 20, um, 20, 42% drawdown. I entered at 23,684. 23 is 447. So, and then for some trades, this one is I'm in 680% profits. Here I'm in 133% profits. But I'm currently in drawdown. So if it goes well, it should give some profits. Now, then there's the second retracement I'm saying is basically probably or most likely in the second week of February. The second week of February. So we're looking after 10th. After 10th and looking 10th, we're looking at also 10th, we're looking at 13th into 10th. We're looking at that after 10th. So probably looking at 12th, 13th, 14th within those range as well. So that is when basically most likely there might be a second around that period. There might be a second major retracement in the market. But it's not like when I mean major, it's not the kind of major that BTC is going to fall like 10,000 points or so. No, but there will definitely be those form of retracement. So there will be opportunity to like short the market at some levels when it gets there in those specific dates range after the 10th of February. Now, but then that greater chance or likelihood that the market keeps on pulling up higher is also there. That tendency is also there. But if it does that, you should know and watch out for the levels I have stated within the fear and greed index, because the moment it begins to hit there between March, April, you should know this is the time that the market is about to go on the reverse. You have to go on the reverse, and we're about to have a second major dip. And I promised us something that I am going to do what I did, the same thing I did last year. I did for us this year, and that was I will draw the week of structure, schematic structure, so people can you can easily know what level we are in or what stage we are in on these platforms. So here we go. This is the daily charts, and so now we're having like this amazing rally that is like taking place. So let me use the weekly. I think because this is a major movement that is going to lead for the next year, for the next one full year. So the weekly chart gives you that better momentum understanding that this is what is forming. Now, if you look here at 1 to 2 on the weekly chart, that means there's a tendency that this BTC might decide to continue going to as high as maybe 26, 28k range. And if it gets there, it means it is going to lead us to the C stage, of Bitcoin. If it doesn't get there, we are still in the C stage as well. It will still lead us into the C stage, whether it gets there or it doesn't get there. But that C stage now is a major retracement or a major fall, and that major fall could send Bitcoin from as high as it, even if it gets this high, to as low as this level. And if it's getting to as low as this level, of course, BTC altcoins are going to bleed. Many people are going to get in loss, and many people we start being scared that the bear market is back because it is going to devastate a lot of people. People are going to lose the money as usual. But when that starts happening, people who are wise and listen to what Shifu says, basically what they would have done is that they would have stacked a lot of USDT. As they're making profit, they're stacking their US, they're making profit, they're stacking their USDT. So when this thing happens, they will just wait for the trigger button, because it is not going to like last for a very long time. So because the whole world might actually have that effect, so definitely it's going to affect the market. And it might happen maybe for a month or 2 months or 3 months or less than that. Whatever period this happens, it will give you what we call, there's a possibility that it might even go lower than 16K, 17, 18K, 16K. There's a possibility. There's a possibility that. But even if it happens, you must understand that it doesn't mean that we are in a bear market. You should also understand that this is still pure the patterns that are expected to play out, and we are just in the sea wave. And the sea wave, it is expected that it should either come down to here before it start buying, or it even go lower than this before it starts buying. It doesn't mean we're in a bearish market. So once that takes place, what you want to do is you want to be prepared to buy into your favorite odds that you believe are going to change your life in the next future, or buy into BTC or whatever blue chip or whatever you believe, because every single one of them are going to run very well in Q4 2023 and majorly in 2024. Majorly in 2024. So people telling you that we are not in the bull market, and I think people who, when the person says we are not in the bull market, when it says we are not this, you want to check why did they say they are not in the bull market? What were the sentiments? Basically, if you notice one thing about me, I'm very, very fluid. I'm not static on it. I'm very, very fluid. I'm always like the water. I'm always very adaptive. When the market was very, very bearish, but I started talking about it being very, very bearish about before it started happening. I wanted to going back. I was there throughout the bull market, bearish market. That okay, this is what is happening. When I started seeing that the market is about to turn and change, I refused sticking to that bearish bias, understanding that this change is about to happen. And we saw this change happen. Why? Because I am not glued to my emotions. I'm not glued to my pride. I'm not glued to the fear that I'm going to be wrong, or because I am most of the times right. I'm not glued to that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I lose the money, I've lost the money, as long as I have risk management in check. So because of that, my emotions are not tend to give predictions. I don't marry emotions to predictions. So I'm able to look at, okay, be sensitive to each movement in the market and capitalize on each of those movements and each of those opportunities to make so much money. Now, let's do a bit of alphas. Let's do a bit of alphas and projects that could literally like print money in February, March specifically. But one thing is like being positioned early is also very key, depending on how you want to swing. These are like swing opportunities. This could give swing opportunities as well. Swing opportunities as well. If you're ready for that, I want you to type the word alphas. Either if you're on Twitter, type comment alphas. If you're on Facebook, comment alphas. If you are on YouTube, comment alphas. I want you to drop a comment. Okay. Amazing. I'm seeing our comments. Okay, okay. Let me share. Okay, my screen is already showing. This was one of the coins I talked about like earlier on. I predicted this coin, and it was, I think, the CME. I did this on the CME, and people who keyed in are on massive profits. Myself, I'm on 700% profits. I'm on 700% profits myself. I'm using, I think, 20x or 25x or so. And this is how high it has gone. It's going to like 127. Maybe it's going to go a bit higher than that to one. There's 126. I'm target one is 174. 126 is my first TP. My second TP is 174. My third TP is 272. There's a greater chance that it might not even get to this to the third CP, but at the same time, it might happen. And it has been like a swing trade for Obi since January. This was like I started calling about it from here, actually, from this level, from 47.50. So, but personally, I entered around here. That's why the chart is showing here. But if I'm to do this was where I first called. I called here, I entered, but I closed my first buy because I was thinking the market's going to retrace. When I saw the market wants to retrace, I entered again at this level, and it's up in profits for me. I think if I share my this thing from Bybits, you would be able to see it. Let me share my stuff today. You will see it here. I just shared it to the um Telegram channel. You can see here. That should be almost 700%, about 700% or so. Now, but let's look at the next alphas that could like give you guys also an opportunity to make money. So let's look at them. Now, basically, there's a narrative that has been very popular. Like a lot of people have been capitalizing on it, which is the AI narrative. And everybody's mentioning AI, AI, AI this, AI that. And many people are making so much money out of it. They are making so much money out of it. So these narratives are opportunities and short things for people to be able to capitalize and make the most. Someone say we can't see your screen, sir. Oh my goodness. Thank you for saying that. I thought, I'm sorry, this was the screen I was showing. This is ILV. ILV. This was the first entry at $51. It's currently at 100. So on a 20x, this should be like 2000% already. 2000% from here. But sadly, I closed this around there and then I entered again. So, but I'm still like up almost 700%. So it's not that bad. It's still good. And I use the major money for this. So if you get here, this is first TP, this is second TP, this is third TP. 126, that's the first TP. 174 is the second TP. 272. So these are swing trades. This is a major resistant level, which I doubt it is going to break. It's going to break. It's going to break. Most 99% of the coins that are pumping from January, all of them, when they get to this particular level, in 2022, it becomes resistant for them. Very few actually breaks that level. So out of every 100 coins that have pumped, only 90 gets to that level, and 90 gets to that level and retrace. Only 10 is able to break and create a new all-time high from this level. So that is why I set my TP around that range. So this is me combining fundamentals with sentimental analysis for you guys. But basically, someone is saying we can't hear you clearly again. Is it the person's network or others can hear me clearly? Let me know if others can hear me clearly. Drop a comment if you can hear me clearly. So I want to be sure if it's just the person's network. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. If you're watching on Facebook, share the video. If you're watching on YouTube, click on the like button. I think that's the like. It helps the algorithm. That's what they're saying. Click on the like button of the YouTube, so it pops up and I can see that you clicked on the like on YouTube. If you're watching, do that. Kindly do that, please. Um. Okay. Good to know that you guys can hear. So let me now. I was talking about AI, narrative of AI. So a lot of coins have been doing so well in this narrative. A lot of coins have pumped really really hard. One of the coins that have literally pumped so hard in this AI narrative is what was it called? Um, is this coin? When has really pumped, like it pumped from here to this. This is how high it went. It's crazy, crazy. Crazy gains. And funny enough, the fact that I missed this coin is what is more crazier. And then this, I think this pumped almost similar kind of effect too. Like it's been crazy this month for this. Now I actually that's why I actually looking. There's a coin I've been on too on the International Trading Club. If you're not there, make sure you join. Do all you can to be in the International Trading Club. And that coin is called People. We've been on this coin since like this level. I've been expecting it like a massive pump. I don't know why it doesn't want to come. So please, if you are on this call or this stream and you have some spiritual power that could pump a coin, maybe it's a juju or a jazz, a fetish one, or a church own or a god own. I don't mind anyone. Either it's fetish or it's god own. I did that you can actually use as far as you can make it. You can use that power to cause this particular asset to pump. Please pump it for us. Pump it for us. I don't care the power you're using, just pump it for us. And I don't know why this doesn't want to, because I actually expected this kind of effect that happened in Ajax and Freds in to be on this asset. And like it's been drooling for a very long time. Like, okay, see now from January, this like 1 week plus now of holding this nonsense coin called People, and I haven't like gotten the main pump yet. So I've been thinking it's gonna pump to this level. These are my major TP levels on this assets. Here and here. And definitely it hasn't happened. So those were AI picks, but there's a second narrative coming up. The second narrative is called liquid staking. It's called has to do with liquid staking derivative, liquid staking. It's called LSD. I'm being distracted, so don't mind me. I'm being distracted with with a call that's coming on. Liquid staking derivative, liquid staking derivative, and that narrative is going to be very strong in entering the month of March, because that is when there'll be a release of the staked Ethereum. The Ethereum that people have been staking last year and last couple of years will be released, and then the need for liquid staking derivatives will become very relevant in the month of March. And once the narrative starts booming, the same way we're starting having coins in the AI narrative pumping, we start having coins in the liquid staking narrative, liquid staking derivative pumping massively so well too. And there are about two assets that I think might be very like that anybody could use either a small leverage and enter, and in the long run it will make you so much profit. Is let me check it. It's called LSD. Not LDO. So this falls under the liquid staking narrative, LDO. So this is LDO, which is Lido. So LDO, I believe, is going to go bullish. Like it's going to go. It's currently at 2.3. I think this might go to as high as it might create a new, because from Binance here is showing that the all-time high is 3.8. So this means I believe it's going to break this all-time high and continue to go higher and higher, like entering the month of March. So people want to like use a very low leverage and create a stop loss of your choice. Like there's no analysis done here because personally myself, I've not even entered the trade. So maybe after this session tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to enter the trade because the projection for liquid staking derivative, the trend is going to be very, very much from towards the ending of February, then entering March. So, but people could literally like, and this movement might start pre-time or closer to that time or that range as well. But you want to note it down, and also you could make short-term profit and also long-term profit. But I love swinging because swinging gives me so much money. I can actually swing a trade. I think somebody just shared somebody in the CME group just dropped a post now on his IMX trade. I think he's up 245%. And if he's been swinging it, it's going to make so much money. Now imagine people who are imagine me swinging ILV, and I've been on ILV for like is it the previous week or so. This thing, it did about from the first initial entry, I would have made up to what's it called? I would have made up to 2,000%, but I closed it, and now I entered the second entry. I'm now targeting like 3-4,000%. But now, even if I used as little as $200 on that trade alone, because I am sure of this movement, I am willing to lose that $200, for example. But by the time this hits my TP at 2,000, 3,000, 4,000%, my $200 would have given me nothing less than 4,000, 5,000, $6,000. See, this is the easiest way for you to make so much money. But the thing here is the same patience that is being applied in there are two problems people have. The patience being applied in holding a coin. You buy a coin on DeFi and you hold it. The same patience you can also apply here and make the same money. The same thing, make rules. Somebody said, yes, me too, sir. I'm on 220% profit. I think this person should be in the VIP, or sorry, I don't know the group, maybe CME or Institutional Trading Club. Yes, because I think it's CME. Yes, CME, sorry, CME and Institutional Trading Club. Not So it's the easiest way. Number two problem people have is that people do not understand risk management. If you know my risk management principle and technique, you can never lose money in the sense of in futures again. In the sense of when I mean lose money, I'm not literally like having losses. You will have losses, of course. There will be loss, but you cannot ever get liquidated except you're greedy. You can never get liquidated except you're greedy. And I thought that in that series. And funny enough, that video I did that video and uploaded it on the YouTube channel. And it's funny that just basically 300%, 400% have actually watched that video. And when we are like in our community, we are almost over. We are talking almost my reach plus. I think I didn't post it on my personal reach, but if you remove my personal reach and the community, we're talking about over 50K people, over 50,000 persons, just about 400%. So this is why very few people make profits. Very people make success. It's just like a school. No, somebody said, thanks, sir. I'm on the December palliative group. Wow. The December palliative group is even a free group as well. It's also there. Auto drop is a free plan as well. And on for those to join, basically you have to register with our team Bybits link, and then you'll be added into the platform. So LDO is number one. LDO is number one. Number two, let me go to number two for us, and then we'll wrap up here because I'm being distracted so much. This is number two. RUPL Rocket Pool is number two. It's already creating an all-time high. Like it's already creating an all-time high. So I don't know if it's on futures, but I believe this one is going to go like 5x, 500% from here. So it might go to as high as $100, $200. It's going to have $41 as well. And then number three, I've given IF LDO, RPL. Then there's one other one I'm to drop for us. This should be FXX. FXX. I don't know. So yes, this one is even wow. This one looks juicy as well. So if you can time it and enter this swing, wow, it might go to as high as this is how much right now? $11. So we might see this go to as high as $50 or so. So, or as high as 20, 30, 37, 40. But that will make you a lot of money. Now, like I said, I tweeted something on my Twitter that many people they are only looking for small market cap coins. Like what is happening right now. Somebody posts one small market cap coin, boom, the whole world is jumping to they are shouting everywhere. And because you're looking at that, you will lose that money from their major market cap coins that are also moving. And when you know the market is bullish, is when major market cap coins that are in hundreds of millions are moving. Anybody telling the market is not bullish, I wonder what they are seeing in the market. So, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing major market cap coins of 100 million, 500 million, 200 million, 50 million, 20 million. Both these caps are moving in the market, and that is the era we are in. You want to capitalize on these movements. So position yourself. The liquid staking derivative trend, I think, it will become more stronger and relevant in the month of March. But one thing you want to do is you want to prepare ahead of time and make money. Like you see, I think one of them I called is already creating an all-time high already. So you want to position yourself in the three I just gave to us as well, and definitely will make so much money for it. For those who want to join the CME, so you will not miss out on any of the sessions and the predictions I give and follow up on stuff. And the one session we have every month, make sure you reach out to me. It's $49.50. That's cheap. That's too cheap. And there's only 11 slots left. After that 11 slot, there will no longer be anybody accepted into the CME platform again for this year. This year. So I just gave us three. Utilize those three. LDO, yeah. Somebody said ROPL. The last one should be FXS. F, F, X, and S. That's all. If you have not liked this video, then you are not a good person. If you've been on this session and you've been learning and you've been gaining from what I'm saying and you've not liked this video, you are definitely not a good person. You are not a good person. Make sure you like. If you've not shared it as well, you're not a good person. You will not make heaven. Okay, guys, I've said so much so far, and this is more than enough alpha for today. You know what is happening in the market. I just give you guys a hindsight. You are benefiting from Shifuwealth's 90% accurate prediction, and it's like we always say: we are helped of God in the house of wealth. We are impacted with knowledge. We are driven by vision, and we are accelerated by grace. I'm not the best out there. I'm not the god of the market. I'm not, but God has been helping us and we've been 90% accurate. And we're grateful for that we are making money, I'm making money, and those who are listening are also making money as well. That is the wish. Let's make the most money this year and become richer and richer and do and live the life of our dreams and become wealthy. That is the purpose of the house of wealth. That's why it's called a house of wealth, a house of financial abundance, a house to raise wealthy people. God bless you guys. Bye for now. Do not miss any of our live sessions. Okay.